let's all just think for a second, alright? Everyone has ops in their life. They have people that are their enemies. Opposition. And we have seen men like Armin and women like Mikasa are teaming up with, and men like John.
Man like John.
Alright? They're teaming up with Annie, Reina, who literally kill their best friends, kill their families, right? And they're all teaming up. So the question lies there in a philosophical discussion of, when the mission is great, as we've seen in this show, when it's for the mission, people can put aside a lot of differences, and that's just intriguing.
Or can they?
Or can they? Ronnie.
We'll find out.
We'll find out, because now we've got everyone teamed up together against, I was gonna say my boy Eren, but
it is
the common enemy.
Yeah, the common enemy. Yeah,
it's a common goal.
Yeah.
They're all coming together.
So now
it's one man.
They teamed up against an entity. He's not even a man anymore. He's an entity.
He's literally a corporation, an LLC.
No, a conglomerate.
Because a conglomerate, a company, a Fortune 500 on the S&P 500 stock exchange on the Wolf of Wall Street.
BlackRock
company.
Oh, this humor ain't hitting. I don't know why.
Huh?
This humor ain't hitting.
Right? No. Think about.
It's not humor. It's facts.
Think about the army behind Eren right now. He's literally got 500 billion almonds.
True.
That is true.
And he himself is like 4 different times.
He's like.
How are they really going to stop him? You know what? They need Captain Levi on their side.
He's lost a whole arm.
Yeah,
his face is gone. Like he's got bandages everywhere.
The stitches and everything.
He looks hard though.
He looks cold.
One eye Levi is gonna destroy. Imagine one eye Levi just piercing through the Colossus.
Do you reckon if we had to invest in the Jaegerist 500 right now?
Yeah.
Do you reckon the stock of that would be pretty high? Like,
I reckon everyone.
Do you reckon that's gonna go? Who like? So no.
The Eren coin right now.
What's the team name? So you got the Jaegerist versus what's this new like them all teaming up
versus
for?
the world.
No, but yeah, okay.
It's a bit boring.
It's a bit boring. Like, well, no, the group.
Name for the game. Yeah.
The game.
GBG.
The GBG.
Get back gang.
The Get Back gang.
Get Back gang against the Jaegerists.
Jaegerist. Like, who's stock right now? If you had to invest in if you had to.
Jaegerist.
Recently, I was the only Jaegerist. All of you guys were like,
well, you're not a Jaegerist anymore.
Not anymore.
No, you're not even a Jaegerist. You're just Zeke. You're just a follower of Zeke.
Yeah.
You're Yelena basically.
Yeah, you were Yelena.
Yeah, I was Yelena.
No, and the Jaegerist, they're more like closer to their goal, right? So if I was to invest in a coin, I'd invest in Jaegerists if I want to get rich.
Yeah, if
you know what I mean.
If you
it
want
might
to
not
get rich,
be ethically true, but
but as we know, investing is always a long-term play.
It's always a gamble.
It's always, yeah. So if you're a gambling man, you go with the Jaegerist. Sorry, actually no. You go with the
No, they have less chance of success. If I'm a gambling man and I want to win,
I will go for the Jaegerist.
I'd go Jaegerist easy.
Because then, bro, look at them. There's like thousands of almonds.
I find but gamblers never win. So I think the
true.
99% of gamblers quit before they stop. Lose before. What was the?
No. But I would invest in the gang though, because in the short term they may look like they're losing.
I reckon we need
in
a
the long term,
disclaimer. We don't condone gambling.
No. This is all prompting us
to make our own coin.
Prize
coin out soon.
We're gonna be dumping and pumping it.
A Prize Picks, please sponsor us. All right.
Of the end.
The sun.
This is John. I already know.
Why does that look like Mikasa?
Grandkids.
It might be. It's John. Yep. He looks
That looks so cool.
Holy shit, that is a hard picture.
Where is this?
Oh, so this must have been before.
Oh, because he's always wanted to go into the interior police.
Everyone used a lot of self-talk to rile themselves up.
He's always wanted to just live a comfortable life. Yeah.
That's even Eren saying fight.
Yeah.
They're doing things that they're not naturally accustomed to do.
ミカサから状況を聞いたところだ。現場にいなくて申し訳ない。リヴァイは無事ではないが生きてるよ。
That's a lie.
That's a massive L. That's a massive L.
そして私たちは車力の巨人だ。マーレザンと手を組む。
Peak.
エレンを止めるためだ。皆殺しが。
Correct.
まず協力者を集める。何ができるかは
That's why they need a rhino.
And Annie.
だが君たちは
How are they so comfortable with Mikasa being on this team?
これ以上エレンに
Oh, okay.
She said that very.
No, but remember her DNA though.
この島を
Bro,
守るため
the
に
scarf. Abandoning the scarf was a big move already.
Facts.
ミカサ
You can say one thing, but your DNA might not allow you, buddy.
本当にエレンを止められたとしてどうするつもりですか。エレンが始祖の力を維持できたとしても、
Oh,
あと
so
4
4
年後
more
にしたら
years.
その後この島はどうなりますか。
You were close to me actually when you said 5, I think. You said 5 years.
I don't know.
世界から向け
Yeah, even if the Romulan stops, they'll still.
I was
Yeah.
just supposed Marley's still gonna attack, then the world's still gonna attack.
この島を滅ぼすことになります。
True.
私が思うにマーレからすれば島に奇襲を仕掛けた途端地ならしだ。
ビリー・タイバーの演説以上に世界を焚きつけることになりますよ。
Willie Tybor, the man you
いずれにしろ島が滅ぶにしても何年かは猶予が
I mean, ultimately, that's what I think. You need more time.
だからエレンは世界を消そう。
虐殺はダメだ。
Oh, because John's questioning it, and these guys are like, you can see the pain in them though. Like,
Exactly. You can't justify it.
yeah.
ジャンの言う通りエレンがこうなったのは私の不甲斐ない理想論のせいだ。全てを捨てて全て忘れて生きようって。
Hanji, it's greater than you.
でも私はまだ調査
She's had a rough.
I was just about to say, she's come from
人類の自
studying
由
the
のため
time.
に心臓を
Her
捧げ
journey's
た
actually been
仲間が
crazy when you look at it about.
見ている気がす
I
る。
respect the journey.
Damn.
壁の外に人類がいるなんて
That's
知らず
insane.
に
When you think about that, that's so sad.
だけどこの島だけに自由をもたらせばそれで
Wow. That's like Erwin. You know when Erwin is gonna die?
仲間はい
Yeah,
ないだ
they still wouldn't have wanted this.
Yeah.
Oh, what a shot! Look at that. All the
虐殺を止めること
Wow,
ができる
actually,
More
gruesome.
bleed.
Yeah, same.
his violin. At
It
the
reminds me of that scene when Erwin's sitting
Yeah,
there.
yeah,
with
yeah,
Erwin
yeah.
scene,
Comrade.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's what I
yeah,
meant.
yeah, yeah.
Marco,
Oh.
rest in peace.
俺は友達をさ兵団です
It's always Marco that puts him right back to doing the right thing, like always.
That, I still remember that one little speech Marco gave
Yeah,
him.
it's literally that.
Even last episode when he was thinking about Marco.
Yeah.
Yeah, gotta do what's necessary,
Yeah.
gotta do what's right.
Yeah.
Who's this?
Well, let's put rest in peace, Sasha as
Oh,
well.
Sasha.
There's gotta be a throwback to it.
Yeah.
面白いな。どうして気が変わったエレン・イエーガーを放っておけば、お前らが望む世界が手に入るのだぞ。
They're still
島
human.
の悪魔どもの楽園は
Genocide is wrong.
我々はあと少しのところでエレンとジークの接触を阻止できた。
Oh, I reckon they're gonna use Magath as a way to say we're not bad.
説明した通りだよ元帥殿。私たちは虐殺なんて望んでない。
あんたらが送り続けてきた巨人に抵抗してきた俺たちが悪だったのか。いいか、俺たちが必死に戦ったのは巨人に食い殺され
And
た
those titans are right there with them.
ああ、お前たちは悪魔に見える。パラディ島脅威論は現実となり、今や世界
He's
は
justifying
Yeah.
it because it happened, but
Bro, like, she's like-
結果がこれだ。
Everyone has their own side, bro. It's actually insane to see.
Everyone's right.
そもそも壁破られて目の
yeah,
前で母親が食い
exactly.
殺
He
さ
was
れてい
driven
な
to
きゃ
do
な。
Exactly.
エレンはこんなことしてねえよ。血ならしまで追い詰めたのはお前らだろうが。
おい、今さら歴史の
Oh,
話
they're gonna
Again,
bring
now
up.
he's gonna go back
Right.
to Ymir. Like,
I mean, yeah, Eldians did start it.
Yeah.
2000年も前のことでいつまで避
bro,
難した
like
つもり
they,
Yeah,
what,
I mean,
what do you want them to do now?
ガキと
It's been
話して
2,000 years.
そのようなたわごとが実在する2000年の歴史に通用すると思っているのか。
見たわけでもない2000年前のいざこ
Yeah,
ざ
exactly.
話なんて退屈だ。この島を根絶やしにしようとした世界の人々を楽園を捨ててまで助けようとする奇怪な悪魔の存在に
When she puts it like that, it's a bit.
外の世界で数ヶ月暮らした。
This is why this show's a mind.
もう何も知らない島の悪魔には
Yeah,
戻れない
remember they still went to
Yeah.
Mali.
Yeah.
They still did everything they did. Annie.
Annie.
それであんたたちに殺せるの？
She's that's a real tough question she just asked. Everyone's been beating around the bush.
Notice how it only went to Mikasa and Armin?
Yeah.
エレンを止める方法は殺す
They
だけ
won't
だ。
kill him.
I don't know about
そ
that.
う言うと思ったけど、それじゃあ何？
Nah, I don't think you
説
could
得
talk
で
him
も
out.
するの？じゃあ対話が可能だとして、それでも虐殺をやめてくれなかった時はどうするの？エレンが敵だとアホになるからわからないの。
Annie's speaking facts right now.
マーレに故郷を持つ私たち
They'll stop.
い
エレンを殺そうとするなら、あんたらはエレンを守るために私たちと戦うことになる。あんたにとってエレンよ
The
り大事
DNA
なも
doesn't
のなん
allow
て
it.
考えたこともないだろうからね。
She got
つま
triggered.
り私を殺すべきだと。
Oh, we've got to see the battle we always wanted. This is the battle we always wanted, man.
Levi, wake
Levi.
up, man. You're missing out on the action.
あんたの気持ちはよくわかる。私もエレンを止めたい理由は一つ。マーレにいる父親を殺されたくないから。だからあんたの助けがいる。少なくともその時まで私たちは争うべきじゃない。
And he's speaking a lot of wise words.
And he's always speaking
She's always
facts, though.
speaking facts. Like it's just, she's unfortunate. She just had a little lapse in judgment in season 1, but
はいはいはい。さあ、
Interesting. Onyankopon was sitting on the side of Eldians as well. He wasn't sitting on the
Time
side of
to eat
Marley.
stew.
頼りは東人家だ。
Azumabita.
清美さん曰く、
Oh
地ならし
yeah,
の施
that's
設
the new
に
secret
飛行
thing.
艇を
though.
港に用意してあるらしい。
To observe.
そ
Okay.
れを使えば、あの始祖の巨人に近づける。問題は始祖の巨人がどこにいるかだ。闇雲に飛んでもすぐに燃
It
料。
looked pretty big to me. You don't remember the spine?
Yeah, that's why they got yellow now.
大陸のことを何も知らない
Where
家
is
が
it?
死を貸したのはお前だ。
私がマーレ人のクソ野郎に協力する必
Yellow
要
now.
があるのかと聞いている
There's a common enemy.
あんたの命をこっちが握ってるからでしょ。
無駄だ。死にたがってる。
でも自分の故郷の
Somewhat wholesome, man.
yeah, it's like a full circle.
Finally, like a normal moment right now.
構わないだろ
レベリオではあなたにまんまとやられたからね。いえごく一般的なマーレ人家庭の出自をマーレに併合された小国出身と偽った。ジークと初めて出会っ
So she's been Marley this
Yeah,
whole
she's in
time.
Marley this whole time.
た。それは王子様と世界を救う奇跡。
What? Maybe she just liked his
自
ink,
ら
that's
の
why.
嘘で塗りく人類史に
That's
刻
the
まれる
reason
と
she
す
wanted
る。
to go down in history.
History.
その
Yeah.
欲深さに敬服いたします。
Everyone just wants to be remembered, low key.
Legacy kind of thing.
Yeah,
Anything to. Oh.
because as a bastard, you're irrelevant, right? So you just want to feel some
世
relevance.
界を救う何億もの命
Think about it, even Ray, that's what Raina wanted as well.
Yeah.
That's what Con,
高
like,
鳴りに身を任せ少し思い出してみませんか。あなたが
She
壁に
came
穴
out in
を開けた
solidarity
こと
for
で
Sasha.
どれだけのエルディア人が巨人に食い殺されたでしょうね。あなたも随分と
Yeah,
調査
true.
兵団を
A
殺
few.
したそうです
Levi squad.
yeah.
ついでにストヘスクでも
Oh,
大
yeah,
勢の
Stohess,
住
yeah.
民を
With the
踏み
battle.
潰したと。
Yeah.
Oh,
普段は良識人のあなたがあそこまで派手に軍港を破壊するとある
She's
True.
cooking everyone.
意民間人
It's like saying no one's better than anyone here.
どれ
That's
だけ
like
の
that's
死体の
the
山と戦火を
General
開け
notion
たこ
of
と
this
で
Yeah.
conversation.
あなたは車力を撃つためにそこにいるファルコ少年めがけ勇猛果敢に雷装を撃ち込みました。そしてそこにいる少女
oh,
ガビに
she's going in on
サシャが撃ち
everyone.
殺されました。サシャは本当にいい子だった。
No, okay, shouldn't have to add that in, bro.
Yeah. Doing a little too much
This
now.
is, this is this is a good conversation to have. It puts people together. Like everyone's got their own guilt.
皆さんの悲しみと憎しみとは比べ物にならないでしょうが。
ありがとう、エレナ。お前も大事な仲間の頭を打ちまくってまで叶えたかった幻想的な夢が。
何でしたっけ？以前教えてもらったあなたの親友の名前は。
Marco, yo, I knew it.
Oh no.
Oh,
What about him?
Remember what happened to
It's
her?
a
she's
sensitive
about
topic.
to tell him. Oh, she's about to tell him. Oh no,
that's-
she's about
That's
to
the elephant in the room right now.
もう兄から聞いたんですか？マルコの死の真相を。
Oh no, shit's gonna go south now.
私がマルコから立体起動装置を取り上げた。だから
John's
マル
about
コ
to
は
lose
巨
it.
人に食われ
兄は俺の命令に従っただけだ。マルコが巨
Yeah.
人に殺されればうまく口封じができると
He had an inkling, yeah.
Yeah.
俺は兄に立体起動
Remember, she didn't want to though.
Yeah.
外させた。マルコはその場から動けないまま巨人に食われた。
I wanna see her
マル
react.
コは
He's shaking.
最後に何か言ってなかったか。
俺たちはまだ話し合う。
Oh no.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
今からでも遅くないよ。これだけしのぎを削り殺し合った者同士が少なくとも今は殺し合わずに
True.
I don't know though, man. This seems a bit too nice at the moment. Everyone's too rational. This show ain't rational.
This is the first time they've got a chance
マ
to
ルコ
speak
が
because
巨
they've got a
人に
common
食われ
enemy.
るのを見ながら俺はなんでマルコが巨人に食わ
He
れる
switched. Yeah, I remember he switched.
そして怒りに身を任せてその巨人を殺した
That's so odd.
よくもマルコを
But why is he saying this? It's like,
許さないでくれ
There it is.
He hates himself.
Yeah.
Like he's telling people who's not.
What? Oh, okay.
I.
Just threw a
Trying to
punch.
knock him back in the sense.
Yeah. It's like, shut up, buddy. You killed him. Live with it now.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't want to hear it. You killed my friend.
He's letting out all the frustration.
And Rain's kind of letting him do it as well.
It's justice for Marco too.
She is apologizing.
Bro, this is insane.
皆殺しにすることが希望です。
She understands now as well.
Yeah.
この島が悪魔が消えてなくなることを願い続けてました。
Devils.
そしたらお父さんやお母さんがレベリオンのみんな
This
が
is so
消えてなくなることになりました。
Please forgive me.
分かってますが、皆さんの助けが必要です。私たちに力を貸してください。お願いしま
So
す。
they have to unite.
シナラシを一緒に止めてください。お願いし
Look
ま
at
す。
children begging on behalf of their
お願い
elders.
します。お願いします。ジャン、おかわりどうするの？
He's going now to stop Aaron.
Is he gonna try to talk?
Magath had a big part to play in that brainwashing, so
Yeah.
he probably
Exactly.
his understanding of
Oh, I just see Levi so damn noisy. Bro woke up. I think maybe Magath realized as well.
If you think about it, they're literally helping their enemies.
Yeah. Exactly.
So it's like,
起きろ
Damn.
出発の時間だ
This is nice though, man. This is nice.
のもちろんだほらいつまで寝てんだライナー怪我なんてとっくに治ってんだろうが
John's been doing that a lot. He's like trying to block out the noise.
Yeah.
Even in the cell.
It's like he has.
He's kind of feeling what Ryan is feeling.
No, bro,
He just wants to keep moving. Just
No,
keep
he lets his
moving.
emotions out though.
うん、大丈夫。
I like those two, man.
I'm trying to think if this is all legit or not.
ライナー
It is.
お前に
Seems
は
sincere.
I don't see any other way. Like none of them are
Jean
gonna
has
team up
always
with
been
Aaron.
sincere.
それでいい止めろ何かあったようだ
港がイエーガー派に占拠されています。おそらくは機関車で先回りし
Oh,
た
and
ので
they've
しょう。
got the plane.
対巨人用装備の兵士たちが多く、
Oh.
戦闘態勢でした。
Oh,
Azumabito.
they've got the Azumabitos. Flock's actually, I don't know, man. Like Flock's interesting. Man. Flock is so very interesting.
He's a good weapon to have on your
Bro,
side.
like the Flock is like the player you want on your team, but you never want to verse. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
true.
Like the man is willing to die. Like I've never seen such like conviction. It's so out of the blue.
Like you can respect even though he's on the other side of the enemy.
Oh, I can
Like you can see the. You want him on your team. If you're a leader, you want him to be your right hand
That
man.
is you. That is who you want as your right hand.
How do we feel about the unification of?
For
of
me,
those
right?
guys?
There's almost no other choice, so they have to unify.
Yep.
Right, and it's like, I think they can come to understand each other as well, right? Because they both had the same thing practically happen to both of them, so they can almost trauma bond together, right? Even though it's like oppositions, right? Even though
They
they're
caused it.
Even though they caused it, right? I think Aaron's just become too much of a force now. Like you're saying, oh, is this legit or not? If we think for a second, right, why would it not be legit? One of them's gonna side with Aaron, right? Only two I see doing that is Mikasa and Armin. I don't see anyone else right now siding with Aaron, right? So it's like them not. Oh, is this real or not? I think it has to be real because there's nothing else for it to not be real. You know what I mean?
I agree. And maybe because last episode we saw them all joining, right? But based on the history, this episode kind of justified like that whole scene of around the campfire. It was like, as a viewer, you're watching. It's like if the show just went on, oh, let's just get into battle now, without addressing all the elephants in the room.
Yeah, exactly.
Like you know how she was exposing everything about everyone. Like realistically, you don't get anything out of it. Everyone already knows who they killed. Everyone already knows why they feel a type of way about each other, right? But that was just, all right, let's just put everything in the air, out there. And I think, when I really think about it, with where we are in the show, there's 6 episodes or so, or 5 episodes to go, right? I think you might be right. And I think, even for Armin and, even for Mikasa, because what has this show been about? How one person feels at the start, they always stay the same, but they show the journey, right? I think when we see, because when they said, when Annie said, are you willing to kill Eren to Mikasa and Armin, right? I think, and it just showed them too. I think that's powerful because they were still like, I think Mikasa's always going to have that DNA in her. Armin's still going to have his love for him, right? But I actually think they're going to be willing to kill Eren if they have to, or stop Eren.
Yeah,
Well,
but
see,
it's
it's come back to a different point for me. Like, for example, Marco dying in that dialogue of "we never talked about this," him being his last words, and that coming back again in this episode says a lot about how this show has progressed. Even for as a viewer, we haven't really seen people talk things out.
Yeah, they
You know
actually
what I
don't
mean?
talk it out.
When you look at that from that lens, it's sort of absurd to look at these guys and think, you guys never actually did this, ever. Right? So that's one thing. What you said about Armin and Mikasa there, it's a very good point. I think from my observation now, they're willing to go that extra mile and get rid of Eren.
Because I think they still love him. But they just know now that when the mission is bigger, you have to perform accordingly, no matter how you feel.
Yeah.
But then it comes back to you guys' point of, like, talk it out first, right? I think the only way to stop Eren is to kill him, right? But I think Eren's gone past that point of talking it out of him, but they're still going to try to do it. And I think that time where they try to do it, something bad's going to happen. You know what I mean? Like,
I think you know what I think,
because Eren thinks he already knows, right?
Yeah.
Eren thinks he already knows.
Yeah.
So it's like,
I think they're gonna have a contingency plan. It's like, all right, they're gonna be like to Mikasa, Armin, or whatever. You guys talk, but if this talk we see doesn't work out, then we're gonna take action. Yeah. So we'll let you have your talk, but we're gonna, when that talk's happening,
Annie's gonna be there.
I'm gonna be there, like Annie and all them. They're gonna be like, look, we're gonna be here waiting though. So if that talk doesn't happen, like
it's.
If Eren shows any signs
but
of,
not just
you know
that,
what?
it's also easier said than done. Actually, getting to Eren, right?
I agree. No, that's
you know what I mean. It's gonna be a whole journey.
And I think that's what these last 5 episodes. Now they've blocked off the port. How we're gonna maneuver the port and all this shit. But we're gonna know they're gonna come close to close, face to face with him.
100%. Like
we just know it's gonna happen.
It will happen at some point. The other thing I want to talk about here is Yelena. Right. I want to say something, and I'll justify it, but I think Yelena is the darkest character on this show. What? For me, I look at someone like Yelena, right, and I think, okay, we know she's not on actually the Eldians level. She's completely different to them, separate to them, right? But she's pushed this Zeke plan to the max, and like she regards him as this messianic figure just out of her pride and cope.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Can I say something?
Yeah.
What's the difference between her and Flock?
I think Flock was burdened by the choices of Marley and Eldians. Like he was burdened by the war. Because, for example, he's seen the destruction of the Titans. He's actually first-hand witnessed it. So he's affected by that. He's no different to Eren. He's seen the destruction that the Titans pose. Whereas someone like a Yelena who's lived in Mali...
Right? Flock was there. Remember, Flock was there during that charge. That early charge.
Yeah.
He's the only one that saw that. He's the only one that saw that.
It's like, you know...
I think with Yelena,
but it goes back to one point for me. The reason I'm saying that is the status games and the games about, you know, like, oh, who's on top, who's done more for the world. Things like that wash away when you're in survival. But we see we're in times of survival and she's still playing that game. She's still playing that game. She's still there thinking about, like, oh, like, how can I make a difference here? Yeah. When she's irrelevant. She's irrelevant.
She's irrelevant. In my opinion, I think Flock, obviously he's doing it because he thinks Eren's the right way to lead, right? But he's also doing it from a place of pride and all these, oh, I'm the commander here. He's also doing it from that point of view as well.
I think it doesn't go that deep with him, though. Obviously, there's an element of pride there. I think how deep it's going with Yelena tells me that that is a dark character.
I think with Flock, right? Flock, I think, was heavily influenced by Erwin, right? Yeah. Erwin just commanding. 100%, when I have a mission, I will do anything that is regarded for that mission. Yeah. And I think when you look at the Jaegerists versus the group, right? The Jaegerists have a much more of a mission. Yeah. It's like, it's clear. Yeah. And Flock is the ultimate follower. He's the ultimate...
just doesn't have a mission.
So Flock, there's a clear mission for him to hold on to, which is the Jaegerists. So I think that's why he's more leaning towards them, because this is something I believe. I think if they had a clear enough mission, I wouldn't argue why.
Also think about this. Like, these guys have done so much. Like, they've seen the Malian style almost, right? Yeah. The rest of the Jaegerists, for all they know, they've just been attacked by them.
Exactly. They haven't. Paradise has just been under pressure all the time.
It's the kill or be killed.
They always have no reason to save the rest of the world.
They don't know what they don't know.
Yeah. Bro, even the recruits, when they were gearing up to only fight humans and stuff like this, they don't know the truth of the world. You know what I mean? Yeah, exactly. They don't know anything. Flock's seen that firsthand, right? So it's like
It's the
I understand Flock more than Yelena. I think that's where it's come. Like Yelena is
Yelena's a weird one.
you know what it is?
All she wants to do is go down in history. She wants to just see like
She's
They're
been
in
a
times of
bastard.
survival.
Yeah.
They're in times of survival.
but like, see, if we want to go down in history, right? I don't think that, for example, right, if we use Eren, that's not going on in Eren's mind, oh, I'm going to do this so people remember me.
Yeah.
But it's like, a lot of it is people remember Eren, you know what I mean?
It is.
You know what I mean?
It's a factor. When you don't try to be remembered, you'll actually be remembered.
Yeah,
when you try
not
too
that.
hard to be...
It's not about trying to be remembered or not. I think it's about emotional investment. So, for example, Eren is emotionally invested with trying to eradicate the world and win. Yelena is not emotionally invested with the goal. She's invested with her own coping and
Her
pride.
status.
Yeah, her status.
I want to talk about John.
It's borderline like narcissism.
Because I think...
It's not even borderline,
Like-
it is pure
like,
narcissism.
Yeah, I think
John, he's been the epitome of. He literally wears his heart on his sleeve. You know when you got punched, rain and stuff.
Yeah.
He doesn't hide his emotions. Like obviously he's still everyone's hiding emotions,
Battling
right?
with it, yeah.
battling with it. But he's willing to express it,
Yeah.
and then that's why he can punch them at night.
And then
but,
move
then,
on.
but then the next morning it's
Yeah,
like
it's
wake
just-
up. Let's,
yeah,
like
yeah.
look, I understand. I was like I had a right to be pissed. He was like Terena, I'm not gonna
Yeah.
apologize to you, buddy. Like
Yeah.
realistically, he doesn't have to, but he just knows he's a very rational. Like he's Johnny. When we as we evolve with the show, he's actually
It's
the
a
he's a
logical
beautiful
He's
character.
grown so much.
He's the human.
And I love that every time he's battling with that like selfishness versus like
He
the
remembers
right
Marco.
thing. The right thing. He always remembers Marco, and he goes, "Oh shit!" Like you know what I mean? Like he remembers what he said to him. That speech that you were talking
Yeah,
about.
that's beautiful.
Yeah.
About like you're being dumb, but that's how you understand.
Marco
it.
grounds him.
It's
And-
crazy. You know
yeah.
what it is? Not to interrupt. The crazy thing is, Jean's thoughts are not rational. He's a very emotional
Yeah.
kind of
Yeah,
person,
yeah.
but his actions
Yeah.
are very rational.
And that's
it's a very
That's
it's
pretty
a
and-
very
and-
weird
Marco.
way.
No, and that's a dichotomy because it's all well and good to think something, but at the end it's how you act.
Exactly.
Like, and that's why we love John so much because
Yeah.
everyone has the emotional. Like they'll think bad thoughts, they'll think
Yeah.
good thoughts.
He'll
but at
act
the end-
out of impulse.
Like you know when Jean when he was talking to Hanji at the start, right? And Hanji was like genocide is bad, but he was saying all the things why Paradise was good, right?
Yeah, he was-
it was almost like him going, "Oh, I don't want to do this,"
Yeah.
but he has
Exactly.
to do
He
it.
has
You
to
know what I
do it.
mean?
Then he takes that action.
Like it's literally like he just puts it. He goes, "I don't want to do this," but he does it. You know what I mean?
he
Even that
acts.
dream at the start, like he was like having these
Yeah,
all these
oh,
thoughts, like I can
intuitively.
believe like this,
And
and
then-
he could, he
Yeah,
genuinely
exactly.
could. And I think a lot of the Jaegers maybe think like that,
Yeah.
like they're like,
Yeah.
I can
I
have
have
this.
a good life after
Yeah.
this. After this is
It's
over.
like the reason he can do that though is because he's impulsive. He acts out of impulse, right? He expresses himself like you said.
No, but
So
I reckon if
that
he,
allows
if
him
he,
to
if he acts
kind
out
of not
impulse,
keep things
I don't
in.
think he acts out of impulse. I think it's more so he, like Ron said, he just puts everything out there. Then he goes, I know this is wrong, so I have to do this. It's not really impulse. He's just weighing up his options.
But I think the fact that he can do that and take those actions that are right in the given circumstance is because how freely he expresses himself.
yeah,
If he didn't do that, he wouldn't be able to, because he'll be holding things in.
Yeah, no.
And that's when that consumes
And then
you.
he doesn't know
and then
which
your actions
decision
don't
to make.
reflect your
Yeah,
words.
he doesn't
like-
know what decision to
Yeah,
make.
exactly.
I agree with that.
all right, I think that was not a very not a wholesome episode. It's just coming full circle moment, and I think even our discussion there, it just felt very like nurturing, like just
Yeah, it was a
very
great
like
episode.
yeah, very
Wholesome.
like just it's wholesome. So now I think as we
Goes-
speculated earlier, it's just now they're gonna battle how do you actually get close to Eren now for that talk. I think that's this whole thing. Now they're going to overcome the port, and
Yeah.
we're going to see teamwork.
They're going to try to talk to him at least,
Yeah,
I think.
I know, the hundred. So now they're going to work together to at least go talk to him, and then
Yeah, see what happens.
Let's go.
GBGs.